All right, we are ranking the Star Wars movies. First Star Wars movie is Star Wars. This is a B tier. It's pretty energetic, pretty fun, but also a little rough around the edges and childish. Next, we have a big artistic leap above the first movie in The Empire Strikes Back. Great visuals, much better writing and dialogue. It just looks like a way more complete product. I'm going to put this in A tier. I know a lot of y'all would put this in S tier. I can't quite put it there because although it blows the other Star Wars movies out of the park, I don't know if this is really up there for me in terms of the greatest movies of all time. I just don't see it. Sorry. All right, then we have Return of the Jedi. This is worse than the first movie, but it has some things going for it, especially some of the opening sequence and the portions with Luke and the Emperor. So then we jump forward, what is it, 16 years or so? And this is the first movie that I saw in its initial theatrical release. That's The Phantom Menace. And The Phantom Menace wasn't good. Uh, I was like 9 or 10, but I knew it wasn't good. I remember coming out of the theater trying to figure out how it was good. It wasn't good, but I wanted it to be better than it was. But it wasn't. And the follow-up also wasn't wasn't much better. Attack of the Clones also D tier. So then we got to the end of the prequel trilogy with Revenge of the Sith. And it actually was slightly better. So then everyone hated the prequels, and anyone my age, sort of any millennial, hated the prequels. And about 10 years passed, and the Disney rebooted the series. And The Force Awakens came out, and when it came out, it was pretty satisfying. It was like a high C, but since then, I don't know. It's pretty bad. It's probably between Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace. It has no right to exist. It's depressing. It just oozes you know death of any kind of originality or culture. And the highly derivative work Rogue One was like that, but it was also drained of any kind of fun and it was just totally dour. Uh, that movie's just the worst. So then after that, Rian Johnson tried to put a spin on the series and took a lot of risks that sort of upset fans of the universe. But I'm not a fan of the universe, and I thought it was a more enjoyable film than the other ones. So Last Jedi is going at the top of C tier. This is almost a B tier movie. It has a lot of excellent imagery in it, probably some of the best imagery in the whole series. And when I saw it in the theater, I enjoyed it a lot. It also has some really strong acting, but ultimately it's a bit long, and I don't know. It's just in the grand scheme of movies out there, if you would go to a movie theater in 1999, on any given weekend, there'd be like 3 or 4 movies that were better than The Last Jedi playing than The Last Jedi. It's just good by the standards of like 2017, which is a real low point in film. So then Solo comes out, and I enjoyed this probably more than it's terrible, but like getting into this D tier, I think I probably have it above The Force Awakens because it's at least sort of lighthearted and goofy. Uh, People gave Alden Ehrenreich a lot of crap, but he's fine. So then they need to end the series, And The Rise of Skywalker is the only Star Wars movie I've never been able to finish. It is truly astoundingly bad. And yeah, that's it for the Star Wars movies. No S tiers and a lot of D and F tier movies. Overall, not a strong series.